for tuning in. And today I have an amazing guest who you guys are going to definitely want to make sure that you are paying attention to, because this woman has an amazing, amazing story to share today. If you want to know how to do some, hey, all I'm going to say is, who wants to be a millionaire? That's all I'm going to say. And then we're going to go beyond the bio, because you guys already know that's what we do here. Jeanne, are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
We're going beyond the bio. This is where you tell them who you are, where you're at, what you do, and how you do it.
Okay. So my name is Jeanne Omlor, and I am a business coach for coaches and consultants. And me and my team help coaches and consultants and certain service providers to maximize their high ticket offers online with no ads. It's called organic social media marketing. We also coach on other things like monetizing podcasts and other stuff, but that's our main jam. And we've helped generate millions of dollars for our clients. And we've helped about 500 people. And personally, I got online about 5.5 years ago. I was coaching for 8 years prior to that. And I figured this all out, and I got to $1 million in 17 months on my own. And I'm at several million now. So this is really it's the answer to getting clients, because ads really aren't working now.
Yeah. So now, if that doesn't draw you in, I don't know what will. But I think they're going to pay attention now.
Yes.
So Jeanne, so I think it's important to take people back to how you got started, or why you got started, because there's always a why that really drives people, right? So let's start with your why.
Okay, so the why started out, I mean, I have 2 children. I'm a solo parent. And when I got online, I was in deep, deep, deep debt. And so the main why was survival, and I've got to feed these kids and not fail anymore. So
right.
I had coached before, and I wasn't failing at first, but then I had to move, and I went through divorce, and where I moved to, it wasn't a good market for me. It wasn't New York. We weren't in New York anymore. So that was the first thing, was like, well, I just got to figure this out. And that's real. A lot of people were just like surviving, right?
Yeah.
Then once I started getting clients, once you get to the first million, you have to be very motivated, and your heart has to be connected to what you're doing, or you won't make the second million. So I never had a problem with that, because I've always really cared about helping people to thrive. It's been my thing for a while. So basically now the driving force, sure, we all want to make money, but the driving force behind that, the motor, is helping people to thrive, because, there's nothing I like better than hearing a client say, oh my gosh, I just got $50,000 in sales this month. It just really rocks my boat, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we got them on their way. Their life is better. They have no money worries, and then they can build their impact and help other people.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. You know what? And a lot of people, they don't always think that it's possible for them. They'll think, oh, Jeanne, it's good for you. It was easy for you, but it's not possible for me. So I know a lot of it is mindset. And so there's things that kind of go into getting to a place where you can even believe that it's possible. And you said that, hey, I was a single mom. I did this, and I got started in a place where, hey, I had to, So kind of talk through a little bit, if you don't mind, share with people, how do you, when you start talking with people, getting them to a place where they even have a belief that, hey, they can do it.
Okay, that's so smart of you, because the belief part is what we do work on. I truly believe that, you can have the best strategy in the whole world, but if you do not believe it's going to work, and your mind's not in where it should be, and you don't have to be, I did this desperate. So it's not like my mindset was great when I started. It was not. So I don't believe you have to go work on your mindset in a cave somewhere for a few months.
Right.
Straight. Yeah. You know what helps your mindset? Is getting clients. That's what helps your mindset. Making money. That's what helps your mindset as a business person, because that's what a business is. So I just believe that we help people where they are. If they're desperate, sure, we're going to help you. If they're angry, sure, we're going to help you. Not at us, hopefully, but I've sold angry, desperate, depressed, anxious. I've done it all. I just
Yeah.
collect myself. But of course, I'm not like that now. I'm doing well, so I'm not in a desperate state. Life is
Yeah.
wonderful. So, but we all start somewhere. We weren't born with clients. We weren't born with millions of dollars. Certainly not.
Mhm.
Nobody. Well, unless you're inheriting it, and I'm talking about people
Right.
that don't inherit their wealth. So the first part is to just get people to a belief that this
Mhm.
could
Yeah.
work. Otherwise, they wouldn't hire us. If they didn't
Right.
believe, we wouldn't even get them to a point where they're going to say, sure, here's my money, help me out here. So, but then once people come in, the mindset is continual. We have a mindset coach in my program, and it's so important. And the one thing I tell my clients, which is kind of funny, is I never
Mhm.
use the word insist as a coach except once,
Mhm.
only
Okay.
once. I say to them, this is the only time you're going to hear me say this. I
Okay.
insist. And they're like, okay, what's she talking about? I insist you do mindset every morning. That's the thing I insist on, because that is half the battle, is getting yourself to a state of
Mhm.
elevated possibility that, yes,
Yeah.
things are possible, this will work. Because if you start your day with, oh, well, I'm doing this stuff and it's probably not going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway, the
Yeah.
chances are very low of it working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you have to start there. So I always think about, there's these moments, right? There's these moments when you kind of get to this place, because I love the fact that you talk about organic marketing, because a
Mm,
lot of times people, when I was coming up, there was guerrilla marketing, and now
mm.
there's social media, and there's all of these different things and vehicles and stuff. What was the moment for you that made you realize the power of organic marketing over paid strategies and things like that? What was that aha for you?
Honestly, it wasn't that momentous. It's, how life, in real life, how really things go on.
Yeah.
I plunked down 10K on 3 different credit cards just to get online doing any program. And I knew it wasn't going to be great, but they were
Mhm.
supposed to teach me Facebook ads. And I immediately understood, whoa, this was over 5 years ago. And I thought, these ads are not going to work. And I can't just pour money down a drain hoping. And I saw what was going on with other people and the ads weren't working. And I just thought, oh my. So I addressed it and I said, these ads are not going to work for me. And they said, oh, well, we know that. I said, okay. So
So why are
then
you
why
gonna
did
take
I
my money then?
exactly. Why did you take my I was kinda like, okay." So then I was very reasonable. I said, "So then why did I pay you 10K to do this program? I'm a little confused." And they said, "Oh, you need to do organic marketing." And I said, "What, like carrots?" I didn't know what that was. That's how
Mhm.
unsophisticated. I didn't know the difference between unpaid and paid and organic. And all there is there's paid and organic. Organic just means unpaid. It just means
Yeah.
you don't have to pay for ads because you're reaching out or doing some other way. And
Right.
I said, okay, so where are the trainings on this? They said, oh, no trainings. Just, I said, I was stammering. I remember I was like, what do I do? And they said, go talk to people. I thought, wow, four words of coaching. That's a lot. So I said,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." And I thought, I got to make this work. They're clearly not going to help me. And I am somebody that makes lemonade out of lemons all day long. And that's how you
Right.
have to be.
Yeah.
You have to
You're
not
you
be
you already
defensive.
said you're a mom. So I know.
You got it. So it's like, you know what? Okay, they're pathetic. They gave me the one little answer. I'm going to just go use that key and unlock it my own way. So I figured it out on my own. And I got my first client. I thought, whoa, but I'd had 900 conversations in Facebook and I was on 18 sales calls and the
Mhm.
18th I sold. So it was a lot of testing. It's a lot of
Okay.
grit and it's a lot of no complaining. It's just, okay, this has to work. It's just a test. That didn't work. Okay. And it was just my attitude. And I think attitude, we don't talk enough about that. Attitude is
Absolutely.
everything in life.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
everything. Do the work, don't complain, and just it's testing. Okay, that didn't work. Testing, it was hard, but I was like, I thought this has to work because now I was in deeper debt, even deeper. And I
Yeah.
thought, if I don't make this work, what do I do? So that was my introduction to organic marketing.
Okay. Test and try. We're in the lab. We're in the
Just
lab.
go talk to people.
Go talk to people. So what would you say? What are key principles and pillars of organic marketing that every business should have to understand? And I'm asking you for a key, not Don't tell me
Well, I mean,
program
the
right
key is doing the reps. The key is not doing something once and hoping it's going to work and spraying and praying, doing something once, hoping it's going to work, wanting a fairy dust. It's like any strategy in life. It's like playing piano. It's like going to the Olympics and doing gymnastics, like our friend Simone. It's,
here. You
do you
gotta
know what I
pray.
mean? It's life. It's being an adult and saying, okay, I'm going to do this and it's not going to be like fairy dust. And I believe that a lot of
Mhm.
business people just expect to do things once and if it doesn't work, they go, boo hoo, it didn't work. Poor me. No, normal. That's normal. If we
Yes.
normalize testing and normalize numbers and putting the reps in, it
Yeah.
changes everything. Because it's like, oh, that's normal. That didn't work right away. I just keep going instead of, oh, that didn't work. Poor me. I'm going to give up. Make sense?
Yeah. No, absolutely. It makes sense. You know what? That I think you said something there. It is normal. That's the
Yeah.
norm. I mean, like when we think about marketing, period, it's the law of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the law of
Numbers with
numbers.
skill.
Yeah,
Because if you just put a
absolutely.
lot of numbers and it's spammy marketing, it's just spamming and spraying and praying. So
Right.
there's numbers with skill together, the success. That's the
To
key.
get to the
Numbers with
success.
skill. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you know what, when you're thinking about, all of the things that we talk about now, you see AI is a big piece of the
Mhm.
work that people are trying to infuse in their work and stuff now. Do
Mhm.
you utilize, or kind of how are you utilizing? How are you leveraging AI in some of
Well,
your
AI is
organic?
AI is fantastic for helping write content. Now, the key
Yeah,
word is helping write
helping.
content. Yeah.
Yes.
But it is great for amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm big on using AI to shortcut, but not to have AI replace you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's only as
Mhm.
good. The output is only as good as the input.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. When you think about, I always kind of think about success metrics,
Mhm.
like people, and everybody's is different, right?
Mhm.
Like it's everybody has a different why, everybody has a different metric for success. When you think about the people that you are working with, when you're even
Mhm.
thinking about it for yourself, when you talked about, hey, we've helped over 500 people,
Mm.
learn this method of having a level of success for themselves.
Mhm.
What are some of the success stories, Jean, that you can share with us of people, hey, coming into this new way of, organic marketing,
Mhm.
hitting those $50,000 months and doing something different, or doing it in a different way and having success with it? What have been some of the success stories that you can share?
Well, I mean, the best we ever had was somebody came in and got to $91,000 in 4 weeks.
Is that right?
That's pretty darn good. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. What kind of business did they have?
Breathwork coach.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Breath
So not
work.
even like business.
Yeah. No, that's good though. You know what? I always think about some of the different things that people do, because I think that everybody has some type of a gift or a skill, some type of a talent that they can leverage, that they can
Mhm.
monetize, right?
Mm.
And that they can help people with. A lot most people.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we're actually good at that. So I will get people who just want to be coaches and I'll say, "Look, I am not a gatekeeper. That's not my job in life is to be a gatekeeper.
right.
You all have been gatekeeped your whole life,
Your
like
whole
all of us,
lives.
right? We're done."
Absolutely.
So I'm like, "Okay, I see you. What are you good at and what do you want to coach?" And they're like, "You mean I don't need certification?" I said, "Depends. Unless it's executive leadership coaching. No, you probably don't." So they say, "Well, I've always wanted to coach on this." I'm like, "Okay, let's do that." And they're like, "You're going to let me?" I said, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I will help you." So we've changed a lot of lives by just seeing people and believing in them.
Exactly. No, I am totally. I have done a lot of that too, where
Mm,
it's like, wait, there's things, everybody has
mm,
something that they can do, that
yep,
they can share with people. Yeah, I am totally with you on that, because a lot of times people think, well, no, I don't have. Yeah, you do. You
mm,
got something that you can help people with.
yeah.
You just probably, it's probably something that you're doing that you do all the time, and you don't even recognize it.
And you're not getting paid for it. A lot of people say to me, I realized I've been coaching all my life, but I just wasn't paid for it.
Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. I know. I know that's true.
Because I just want to say something. I believe that, when you were talking, it's about time that we speak life into people, that we don't stop
Absolutely.
closing doors. We stop saying, oh, you need to do this and you just go do that. And I just truly believe that this is a time where we can be really charitable towards people and see them and say, look, you want to do this, then I will help you do that. If you believe and that's your mission and you love doing that, then that means there's a business there, because they wouldn't be passionate for no reason. So I just think the good thing about the internet and everything that we come to is that there is opportunity. There is opportunity for people not to have to go get a degree in coaching or have to go, that they have a mission and a vision and they're emotionally connected to helping other people in some way or other, that we can build a business on that. Hallelujah is all I can say.
Absolutely.
Instead of
100%.
saying, oh no, you have to go do this. In the old days, you had to go to the university to do anything, right? And then
And
you'd have
that is
to put it on your resume and you'd have to be begging for a job. Hallelujah that we have this. Not everything is great these days, but I think this is a very good movement.
absolutely. I completely agree with you there. I know my husband and I, we run a podcast together called Expertise Unleashed. And
Mm,
that is the premise of it, is
mm,
that you have something. Everybody does, and really you can't even build wealth working for other people, because like those hours are defined.
mhm,
Those days, those days a
right.
lot of time are defined. But
Mhm,
everybody has gifts and skills and talents. And right now there's the resources, just like you said, they're available to you.
mhm.
And you can create. I have a motto that money's not something you have or don't have, but money is something that you can create.
Well, it's not even created. It's just there floating around. You just need to reach out your hand and collect it. And I don't mean steal it.
Yeah,
I mean, when you reach your hand out, that's just by doing the work. It's just like
it's
saying, hey,
doing the work.
I'm not saying it's going to fall on your head, but it's all over. And we don't have to create it. It's already created. You just need to do something and just collect. It's that
Yeah,
easy. And
yeah,
people go, no, that's not that easy, Jeanne. Well, yes, you have to do some work. Okay.
yeah.
But it's not like, oh my gosh, where am I going to find that money? It's already there. And we're creating more and more of it because we're not in the gold standard anymore. So
Very true. So true. So true. So true. What trends do you see kind of shaping the future when you think about, as it relates to organic marketing, like maybe in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you see? What's your outlook?
I'm not that smart. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know AI is going to rock all of our worlds, and there's going to be a lot of
It
people.
is rocking.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, people are going to be, because it's exponential growth now. If you notice that
Yeah.
ChatGPT and there's all these others now.
Peace.
So I I think there's going to be a mental health crisis about people who aren't going to be able to integrate the big huge changes that are happening. That will
Mhm.
happen, I do believe. And I'm not the only one that says that. Experts in AI are saying that.
Experts in AI are saying
Yeah.
that. I
So I
know.
don't know, but I do know that's a real opportunity for people that are mental health workers or health coaches, for mental health coaches. There's
Mhm.
opportunity for some. And I do believe that AI will take jobs. It will. I know they say there's not, but it's already taking jobs. So and that's my mission, is how do I help people come up with ways of making money, for careers online? Because, you know, if we have universal basic income, it's really like a bad welfare society. So
Mhm.
it's universal
I
basic
like the way you put
income.
that. That's so
Well, it
true.
really is, because universal basic income, you can't live off that. So then, oh, we're going to
No,
pay people not to work. Yeah, but they're going to live badly and then they can't get a job. So it's really like, it's like
that's not good.
bad,
No, that
bad welfare. Yeah.
no, 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 no. It totally is. What platforms or mediums do you kind of think that offer the latest opportunities for organic marketing?
Well, I mean, LinkedIn, the ones that we teach on are LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, because those are the three that I identified, that no
Hmm.
matter what you're coaching on or consulting with, you can be on one of those and be successful.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, YouTube's a different animal. It's YouTube's a longer, that's like a long game. You're posting content and you're hoping people see
To monetize it. Yeah.
you're
For
running ads to it.
$4,000 and keep
Yeah.
on adding to it.
But you
Mhm.
can't message people on YouTube. Once you
Mm-mm.
can
And you
message
got to push
people,
them over there to
yeah,
find you. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a great platform, but if they open up YouTube messaging, I'll be on there in a second, and then I'll start posting more, and then I can message
Right.
people. But you can't really message people, so it's a problem. You can't communicate directly and reach out. So they might never
Right.
do that because, you never know. They might never do that, or they might say, "Hey, let's add this as well," or maybe they're not going to on purpose because they don't want people spamming each other. I don't know, but Twitter is very good for some people as well. I'm not
Yeah.
on Twitter for that anymore because I lost my account because I can't get in it. But I know for certain people, Twitter is still strong.
Yeah. You know what? Twitter is crazy.
Mm,
It is so crazy. Um, but it's always kind of interesting the different tools and platforms that people, kind of gravitate to, because I know there's been such an insurgence on TikTok. Like people
mm,
have really just kind of taken to it and have blown up,
mm.
so to speak. And it's been a great one for people.
It has, but there's a lot of luck involved on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
It's you lucky. It's hard
Why
to
you say that?
reproduce. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure it is. I am not on TikTok. I've got young adult children who,
Mm,
I call them children, but they're just young adults
right.
that are on there, and they're like, "Mom, you got to get on the TikTok shop." I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't think that my audience and demographic is on the TikTok
They,
shop.
they
And
might they
they
might
very well
not
may
be.
be.
Maybe, but it's just we've tested TikTok a lot, and it's hard to get traction on there.
Is it? Is
Mm,
it?
unless you're lucky.
You know what? I try not to. I try to stay a little more strategic than luck.
Yes, and then counting on luck. Yes, exactly. My point.
um what do you tell people? I always think, I say I always think this, or I always think that, but I'm always mindful of the way that people are spending their time and spending kind of their energy, to depending on what it is that they are, the types of businesses that they are in, and type of coaching or consulting and stuff that they do. And
Mhm.
LinkedIn has been a pivotal one. I hear a lot of people now talking about, um the portfolio careers is what a lot of people you hear
Mm.
talking about. It's not so much that you stay in one thing and you do that for the life, for the rest of your life. Now it is, these different types of skill sets that you do, and maybe you've done it for a few years and then you've moved on to do something else. What are some of the businesses that you work with? Do you find that people are more so moving into different things, or are people using a lot of been doing a lot of the same things for a long time?
Okay, so generally now, I used to coach all businesses, but now
Mhm,
it's mainly coaches and consultants. And what I've found is that everybody wants to be a coach, like everybody.
mhm.
Doctors, I've had a lot of physicians in there. I have a judge in my program right now that wants to be a coach. I mean, everybody wants to be a coach because they have realized how beautiful it is to be able
It's
to
freedom.
work from home,
Mhm,
travel when you want, okay, and not have to go out to a job and
mhm,
market online and get clients. I mean, it's a beautiful thing
mhm.
to own that kind of a business and just to
Right.
help people. So millions of people want to be, it's a great market, but they've all done something else. Very
Mhm.
few have only ever been coaches.
I know. You know what? And kind of to bring back to kind of have a career that you can be extremely proud of, right? I'm a
Mm,
doctor, a judge, an attorney, all of these really high level, very powerful careers, and, certifications, licenses, and all these things that people have had, and be able to pivot. And now I can do it for myself from the luxury of my home on my own terms.
yeah, amazing. Because
Who
a lot
wouldn't
of these
want to
people,
do that?
well, the thing is, a lot of these people they get into those, especially doctors. A lot of doctors are so burnt out, and they get in, and then they're disoriented, and they're disenchanted, and all the disses. Okay,
Mhm.
disgusted, disappointed. Okay. And then, I'm like, wow. And they go, I just want to be a coach. And I'm like, wow, all that training, all that student debt. And then they're disillusioned, another right? All the disses.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, all of that. And they don't like it. Now I know some doctors love it, but a lot of them are burnt out. And then same with lawyers. A lot of people do a law degree and never even practice. And so, of course, they're thinking, wow, I could just go online and learn how to do this stuff. Who wouldn't want to do that? Just so you have something you want to coach people on, right? But
Right.
it's a beautiful world we're in that we can create a business like this.
Yeah. No, I love it. No, it's interesting. And the thing that I think that I have found, or that I hear from a lot of get show guests and people that even people within our business circles and groups, is how easy it becomes when you get a coach or someone to show you essentially how to avoid some of the pitfalls and
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, and hey, learn how to do this quicker. You can get it up and running, and things that you can do to be successful. you
Mm,
know who wouldn't do that,
right.
right?
Why not?
Who wouldn't do that?
Right.
I swear, it seems like the time runs out way too quickly. Share with me, what is one piece of advice that you wish you had received when you first started?
Get online, because I was offline for 8 years, and I would be very far ahead of where I am now if I had not wasted 8 years just getting clients at networking events and referrals and all of that. If I'd just gotten online and learned this, it would
Mhm.
be a very different situation right now. And ads were
Really
working then, so I would have been able to run ads successfully then.
getting online. No, that's so good. How did now? So because people are always, we've got a mixed group that always kind of comes and listens. So how do you personally manage? Just thinking about, here you are an amazing mom and all the things that you do. You run a very highly successful business. You deal with clients and all of that. How do you personally manage your business as a consultant, and then kind of staying active as in your personal life? How do you manage your
Okay,
work life?
the main thing is health. So
Yeah.
I really take care of my health. I have a personal trainer who actually trains pro footballers, and twice a week, in the morning, I get trained. I joined not a health, tennis, like, clinic. So on Saturdays, we
You
just play
did.
with a bunch of people,
Uh-huh.
and I go for long walks with a weighted vest, okay? Or
Okay.
I go on long bike rides. So, or when it's not cold, I go swimming. So, and I'm
Mhm.
probably gonna start. So to me, mixing up the movement and walking and all that's so important.
Yeah.
And also I eat I'm actually on a 22-day no sugar challenge right now. So it's
Okay.
basically a keto diet. Um, but I tend to try to cut sugar out. I love sugar. So my whole thing is just try to cut sugar out. And I get very advanced, extensive blood tests and stuff like that just to see what's
Mhm.
really going on. So health is first. I also try to sleep at least 8 hours a day, 7 to 8. So I'm getting to bed earlier than I was. So that's good. So the key, and sleep. When you're not sleeping, it's really hard to enjoy your life, full stop. Right. So
Yeah.
first thing, and really working on not getting overstressed. Being stressed and rushing all the time, it's
Mhm.
not. So and I do mindset and I pray. So it's really just about being as calm as possible, keep the anxiety down, eat well, sleep well. That's what I do.
No, that's good. That's good. That is so good. I love it. I love that. I love it. So what's next for you in your business journey, and how are you planning to innovate here in
Well,
2025?
actually, I am doing a lot of investigation in AI to
Mhm.
truly make my coaching program global. Okay.
Okay.
So that we can have people that don't understand English in my program, but AI will make them understand. So I
Okay.
was thinking, so I'm looking at the possibilities of that, and just, I'm just always scaling, and I also have very, very high-end clients, so I wanna get more of those very high-end clients. And other things, I want to buy another business that I don't don't run, that I get a manager, and do more investing and all sorts of stuff.
Awesome. Well, good for you, Jeanne, it has been a pleasure having you on the show today. This has been great. Thank you for joining. I always ask before I let anyone leave the lab, give me your three best pieces of advice for change makers.
Okay. Number one, understand you are worthy and ready right now. Number two, if you want to create something, please go hire somebody that's done exactly what you want to do so they can just show you how to do it, i.e., a coach
Yep.
or a business owner that owns the exact kind of business. And number three is do not get your ducks in a row. It's a waste of time. Get one duck and shoot it. So basically, just take action right now and I call it putting your foot in the door. You just take a step and then the foot's in the door and then that door will open.
I love it. This is great. I love it, girl. You have been a true jewel. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining the lab today. And tell them how they can get in contact with you. Anyone who needs organic marketing, wants to learn from the very best Jeanne Omlor, give them your credentials, Jeanne.
Sure. Basically, it's my name, JeanneOmlor.com. And you can click around and find my client testimonials and reviews, and there's a place to book a call, or you can find me on Instagram, also my name, JeanneOmlor. On LinkedIn, same spelling. Facebook, same spelling. Very simple.
All right. And you guys, all the details is right inside of the show notes. So you can find her if you need her. And I'm sure that some of you may meet her soon. So get in contact. Jeanne, it has been a pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for being here. And all of you who have tuned in, thank you so much for being here as well. We are grateful to have you join us in the Reimagine You Lab podcast with me, MG. Tune in every Friday for a new episode, because this is where you know that change is only a choice, and you can go higher, go farther, and faster if you make the decision today. Have a great one, and I'll see you next week.